Hello, Nicole here with Blue Saturn Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to double knit this diamond pattern. Double knitting uses two colors where the front and back become opposites. So what we're going to need today is a pair of knitting needles, and I have size 15 here. Then we're going to need two colors, and I have blue and white. And then we're going to need a pattern. And I'm going to do this diamond shape that has 9 across, and we will need an extra stitch on each side, so we will need a total of 11 stitches going across. So to start off, we'll take both of our colors and just measure out some extra length. I did 6 of my needles, but I probably only needed about 4. And then you're going to tie a knot and put that on one of your needles and then pull tight. Now you're going to keep the long side on the left and the short side on the right, and then put your thumb and pointer finger in between and hold the rest with the rest of your fingers. You're going to go under the left one, over and under the right one, and then go back underneath the left one. And I'm going to do this a little slower. So to do that again, we're going to take the long side on the left, the short side on the right, then take your thumb and pointer finger and put it in between, grab the bottom with the rest of your fingers, pull down your needle, then go under the left, over and under the right, and then go back underneath the left one, and then pull tight. Now each pair is counted as one stitch, so that's 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to need 11 of these. Now I have 11 stitches, and I also left a little bit extra on the end here to weave back in later. I am going to tie those two together because mine were a little loose and I don't want it to come apart later. Now it's important that it goes in the same color order, so mine's going white, blue, but down here it goes blue, white, so we're going to have to fix that on our first row. So I'm going to take the long string in my left hand and hold my needle in my left hand. For the first stitch, you're going to knit both colors together. But from now on until the last stitch, you're going to stitch each color separately. And we want to go white and then blue. And in this first row, we're just going to do white across, so we're going to knit the white ones and then purl the blue ones. So here I'm knitting white, then you're going to bring both colors in front of your needle and then purl the blue one. Then you're going to bring both colors back behind the needle. And you're going to knit white and purl blue again. And what the knitting will do is bring that color forward. So this side will be all white. And then the purling will bring that color back. So the back side will be all blue. Now I hold my needles a certain way, so I wanted to show you the other method of holding your needles and knitting. So the other method is First, when you put in your needle, then you're going to wrap around just the white string around your needle and then pull that through. So that was knitting one. And then you're going to bring both strings in front, then put your needle in forwards, and then put the blue string around your needle and bring that back. And then you're going to bring both colors back behind the needles. I find that method very hard for me, so that's why I don't use that one. Whichever method works best for you is obviously the best option. And you want to continue knitting the white and purling the blue. We're almost to the point where the colors switched sides, and that might happen more for you. It depends on how you're casting them onto your needles in the beginning. But I only had one or two at the end here to change. Everything else was in order. Now I'm at the stitch that has blue first and white after, and I need the white to be first. So I'm going to take them off my left needle, put the blue on first, and then the white one, and now they're back in order. I just want to be careful to not let my loops unravel. And I'm going to just knit the white and purl the blue again. And now you can see they go in order: white, blue, white, blue. And this stitch also is a little bit out of order, so I'm going to just fix this one. And then the first and last stitches, we always knit them together. If you don't, the two colors have nothing to keep them together, except for the beginning and the end part. So this way the sides are connected as well. Now on the front side you'll see a whole row of white stitches, and on the back side a whole row of blue stitches. The pattern we have will work on both sides. First we'll be doing 4 blue stitches, then 1 white stitch, and then 4 blue stitches again. So first we'll do the 4 blue, and the first stitch, remember we're going to knit this one together. And then we're going to do 4 stitches here. So knit blue this time, and then purl white, because we want the blue to come forward and the white to go back. So anytime you want a color to be in front, remember to knit it, and then the other color you're going to purl. So if you want to count your stitches, remember to count them in pairs. So that's 1 stitch, 2 stitches, and 3 stitches. So we need one more where the blue is coming forward. And now we're going to switch, and we want blue to be in back for this stitch and white to be in front. So we're going to bring our string forward again and purl the blue and then knit the white. So here I'm purling. Then I'm going to bring my string back and I'm going to knit the white. And you can see here the white coming forward. And now we're going to do the last 4 the same as the first 4, so knit the blues. And then after you knit that last stitch, we can see here on both sides that one stitch is different in the middle. 4 white, 1 blue, and 4 white. I remember I'm always holding this needle in my left hand, so I want to work on the pattern from the right to the left. So 3 white stitches, and then 3 blue stitches, and then 3 more white stitches. Now here I already have 3 stitches where the white is in front, and now I'm going to make the blue come in front, so I'm going to purl 3 whites and knit 3 blues. So purl white, knit blue. Here you want to remember that you're starting with white on this side and then blue. So I'm actually done here, even though it looks like I should do maybe the white one as well. But this next pair, I'm going to knit the white and purl the blue. That was one pair there, even though it didn't look like they were next to each other. So that will be very important to know which side you're on, or just to keep track of pairs. So here I'm finished with the row, and then I'm going to knit the last one. And then here you can see a triangle starting to happen. You have your 3 whites over here, 3 blues, and then the 3 whites again. And then on the back side you have the same picture, just opposite colors. The blue, 3 blues, 3 whites, and then 3 blues. Now for the next line in the pattern, we're going to do 2 blues, and then 5 white, and then 2 blues. And if we continue the pattern, it's going to look like this, a nice diamond shape. And then on the bottom we did 1 line of white knitting, and so the top here has to be 1 line of white knitting. Now we are going to do the ending or casting off. So you're going to start by knitting 2. So these 2 here you're going to knit together just like the first one, and pull both strings together through. Then you're going to take the first stitch over the second stitch you made. So in casting off you should only have 1 stitch left on your needle. Now we're going to knit the next 2 together. Put your needle through both stitches and then pull both colors through. Now remember to take the first stitch over the second stitch again. When you get to your last stitch, we're going to cut off the string, leaving some extra string because we're going to weave it back in. Then you're just going to pull it through the loop to make a knot, and that's it for this diamond shape. The last step is to weave in the ends, and then we'll be done. First we want to cut off a clean edge, and then you're going to take a tapestry needle and put your thread on the needle, and then we're just going to sew it in a couple times. I like to do it on the edge because then the two colors will blend in very nicely. And then when you're done with a few stitches, we're just going to cut it off, and that will be it. I also wanted to show you something else you can do. This is a scarf I'm making for my boyfriend who loves the Milwaukee Brewers. And I just looked up pixelated words or letters, and I just knitted them the same way we did the diamond. And then I also added in some stripes on the side just to add something extra. Here is our finished product, and thank you for watching today's tutorial on double knitting. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.